Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Count Jinsula. Welcome to a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be talking about a brand new event that's going to be happening next week in Pokemon Go. It is going to be the Festival of Colors. We're getting ourselves a brand new Pokemon and a whole bunch of wild spawns that could potentially be shiny. It's going to be a pretty exciting event and you do not want to miss out on it. I'm going to be talking about all of it in today's video, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Alrighty, so the Festival of Colors in-game event. So this is something that happens every year in Pokemon Go, and it is in conjunction with the event of the same name that happens in India. And yes, there is a lot of color-themed Pokemon that will be spawning in the wild, and I do think that this time around there is going to be quite a lot of wild spawns that are actually pretty exciting to look for. Every single one of the wild spawns in this event can potentially be shiny. This unfortunately does not include the brand new Pokemon that is going to be introduced through this event, but regardless, that particular Pokemon does have an interesting gimmick to it where it does have a variety of different colors that it can come in. So what is the brand new Pokemon? Well, it is going to be the Alolan Pokemon Oricorio, and this Pokemon, depending on what region of the world you live in, is going to have a different form. If you live in Europe, the Middle East, or Africa, you will come across a red Oricorio, and it's going to have the flying and fire typing. If you live in the Americas, you will get the yellow version, and that is of course the electric type version. And if you live in the Asia Pacific region, you will come across the blue version, and that is of course a ghost type version of this Pokemon. And then in African, Asian, Pacific, and Caribbean islands, you will come across the pink version. And I do think that out of all of these, the pink version is probably the most interesting one in my opinion, but depending on where you are in the world, you will come across any of these Pokemon. This is very interesting how they're doing a lot of these Pokemon with multiple color variations, very similar to Flabébé. It's going to be region locked, and I do think this sets up for some interesting gameplay in the future, because of course with special events like Pokemon Go Fest, they could always have different region variants of these Pokemon as featured Pokemon, and it could add a lot of flavor to those particular events. Now I mentioned earlier that there's a whole bunch of Pokemon that could potentially be shiny that will be spawning in the wild. Here are the Pokemon that you could potentially come across. There's Drowsy, Gligar, Horsea, Slugma, Tailo, Trapinch, Turtwig, Krogunk, and Fletchling. All of these Pokemon can potentially be shiny, and of course a couple of them we've already had as community days, so I don't know if any of those will be particularly exciting, but when it comes to the other Pokemon like Drowsy and Slugma, those could actually be pretty good for the Great League. So getting any of those shinies will be pretty exciting, so I do highly suggest you go out and shiny check as much as you can during this event. There's also going to be some field research tasks that are going to award a lot of different color variants of Pokemon. This includes Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, and there's all the different forms of Cast Form, and then of course all of the different colors of Burmy. And then of course there's going to be rare tasks that will award the new Pokemon Oricorio, so be on the lookout for those. In raid battles, we also have a couple of Pokemon that could potentially be shiny. In 1-star raids, we have Jigglypuff, Torchic, Trico, Mudkip, and Rockruff. All of these Pokemon can potentially be shiny, and we started to see this as kind of a theme for every single one of these events and raid rotations. It seems like for 1-star raids, they are always going to be potentially shiny, and that's pretty cool because they have to be worthwhile in some way if you're going to be using those raid passes. In 3-star raids, you can come across either Marowak or Alolan Marowak, Chansey, Umbreon, and Druddigon. In 5-star raids, we're going to see the Terrian form of Tornadus, and yes, this time around, you could potentially get the shiny version of this Pokemon. It's not necessarily a meta Pokemon, but it is nice that you could potentially get its shiny form, and that would add a lot of collection value to this Pokemon. And then in Mega Evolution raids, we're going to get Mega Lopunny, so if you are looking for those fighting type Mega Evolutions, then this is a really good option for you to go down. Now, of course, given that this event is themed around an Indian event, if you are living in India, you will be able to enjoy a couple of different bonuses, including a unique regional challenge that will unlock a whole bunch of different bonuses. If players in India are able to catch 2 million Pokemon, then they will be able to unlock 2 times catch candy for trainers in India. That is a pretty good bonus, considering that there are quite a lot of Pokemon here that are good for XL candies. So if you want to farm up a whole bunch of candies, either for evolutions or for collecting those XL candies, then this is definitely going to be a great bonus. The entirety of this event is going to go from March 15th from 10 a.m. local time, and it's going to go until March 20th, 8 p.m. local time. And then for that celebration in India, that is going to start on March 18th, and it's going to go until March 20th. Now, before I end this video, there's also going to be a couple of small bonuses that are going to be global outside of India. You're going to be able to use lure modules that will last for 3 hours, and then if you take snapshots with your buddy Pokemon, there is a potential for you to pick up a shiny. I do not necessarily know what Pokemon will photobomb you when you take pictures, but the fact that it could potentially be shiny means it's going to be something worth doing. So make sure you take your snapshots and get those photobombs, because you could potentially pick up a rare shiny that way. Now, in terms of what I think about this particular event, I think it's a nice small little event. We did just get the Johto Tour event and the introduction of Alolan Pokemon, so I do think that a lot of players are looking for some sort of break when it comes to Pokemon GO's in-game events, and this event in particular does seem to be one where you could kind of be relaxed a little bit. There is, of course, a collection challenge that will be tied to this event, but it seems like it's going to be fairly easy, so you do not have to stress about it too much. When it comes to these sort of smaller collection challenges, they typically are pretty easy, and the rewards are pretty timid to begin with, so there really is no pressure to complete it. But for those of us who are trying to keep up with our collection challenge badge, then this is one that you should complete almost right away. But yeah, these are all of the details regarding the Festival of Colors event that will be happening in Pokemon GO. I would love to know your thoughts regarding this event down below, so leave your thoughts on how Niantic did this event, as well as what shinies you are going to be going for during this event. It is going to be a mad shiny hunt overall, considering that pretty much every wild spawn does have the potential to be shiny. But yeah, it's not necessarily going to be for everyone, so I would love to know your opinions down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in a small way, then do check out the link in the description below. That is your opportunity to support Count Jinsula. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.